Totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away.
Kessié is the guilty party there. Firmly met, and it's played forward, and he cuts out the supply. Sangara moved on forwards, that has been cut short. Pavlovic, Musiala looking here to chip it through. Fofana gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. Conan, forwards and with intent, calmly anticipates. Neither side really getting hold of the ball. Havertz, Wirtz, now it's Sané. And Sané! Sané with a beautifully timed run. Wins the duel this time. Musiala. Wirtz. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Nemecha. Wirtz has it out wide and in space. Referee's given a throw. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Pavlovic with the foul. Wirtz, Sané, Kimmich, Wirtz, Sané, foot in, Kessié, Sangara, Wirtz. Great defending, strong and determined. Conan. Singo. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nicely intercepted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Havertz. Nemecha. So, what can they make of this? Conan. Kimmich. Always onto this. Caught offside that time. And that's been won straight back. Aim forwards.
Well, it's not the quickest of starts, but what it lacks in intensity certainly is made up by a large serving of discipline and organisation.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Conan.
Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Kosunu, gently done. And that's really well manoeuvred. Moved on forwards. Proves too strong. Oh, a delicate chip through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Sankara. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, shooting chance! Have it back and can go again. Deftly away. Single. And it's played forward. Nemecha. Still goalless at the moment. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Single. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Great position. Decent chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Kimmich. Germany can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Musiala, Pavlovic. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Sankara. Ahmad. Single. That's good play. Kessié. Sankara. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Wirtz. Nemecha. Diallo proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Musiala. Nemecha. Wirtz. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Single, forwards and with intent. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's heaved it away and reclaimed it in a trice. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's the keeper's ball. Musiala. And it's Sané. Oh, that's a nice ball. Well read, nice interception. Cleared without complication. And here's Wirtz. Oh, that's neat. Plenty waiting in the middle. Out to the left it goes. Wirtz. Nmecha. Diallo was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Caresses it through, and back to the goalkeeper. And it's played forward. And the volley.
Sané just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Conan, long ball upfield. Kimmich.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Musiala. Musiala proves that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's off target and by quite a way. Singo. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Sané. Havertz! And that has sent him sprawling. And that has been clubbed away. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Fofana sends that a long way. Nmecha. And here's Havertz. Wirtz. Now it's Wirtz. Showing good feet. Over to the left. Wirtz. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Sankara does really well to win the ball there. Singo, that's a sharp pass. It's run loose here. Sané. Musiala. Schlotterbeck. Nmecha. He's on it, can he get away? Crunching tackle. Singo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That'll be a throw. And he has been fouled there. Musiala, Wirtz. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Sangara shifted up and he shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Kessié. Now this could be a chance! The referee's awarded a free kick. Conan, aim forwards. Diallo looks to get on the end of this, and he's away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kessié tries to dink it through. Ahmad. Can he get the shot away? He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Played into a mighty effort! And he has kept it out somehow!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Kimmich gets it away. Oh, just skips past his man. Played out to the right. Sané. Oh, it's played into the area. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Ahmad. Diallo, gently done. Is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's a nicely weighted pass. And he's straight offside.
Well, they're being cut out too much for my liking. It's not rocket science.
Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Pavlovic. And it's Sané. Sané. And that's aimed into the middle. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, if you give him something to attack in the air, he's most likely to get there. It's what he does best.
And it's played forward. Danger averted for now. Punched away. Musiala forwards and with intent. And he's lost his man here. Cuts out the pass. Nemecha. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Succumbs to the pressure. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Musiala. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And it's Goretzka. Chance! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Sane shifted upfield. Sane is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's really well manoeuvred. Played back to the goalkeeper. Tar. Kimmich. Sane. Kimmich. Conan gets over and intercepts. Kessié, and it's lofted through here. Pavlovic. Kessié. Quality ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Wirtz. That's an imaginative pass. They've won a corner. Kimmich with the short one. Played towards the front line. Single. Kessié. Single. Now it's Kessié. Turns and goes back. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Wirtz. Goretzka. Lobbed in behind. No luck with that dink over the top. Germany have a free kick. Great reaction! That's really well cleared. Musiala! There's the shot! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Germany have fired themselves in front.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Aim forwards. Kimmich.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Kessié. Moved on forwards. Tries to get it clear. Wirtz. Germany are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. Conan shifted upfield. Ahmad. Sane. Musiala clipped into space. Kosunu. Germany have got it back and they'll have another go. Kimmich. Sane. And he's managed to get free. Sane. He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Ivory Coast have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And here comes the corner. Climbs up big! It's in! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Kimmich looks to the other side. Wirtz. And here's Musiala. Looking for a decent ball in. Musiala. He's in a good position. Shapes to shoot! Conan do have a chance to counter here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kimmich tries making a foray down the right. Sane tries a measured ball. Oh, smashing header! Goal, Germany! And they've got their lead back.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Germany get themselves into the lead. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball that, and claimed it back swiftly. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Pepe. Out to the right. Singo gets into some space. Pepe. Tar gets it clear. And that is out of play. Germany are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Substitution for Germany. Number 19. Coming on the field.
Does really well to win the ball there.
Number 9.
That's really well manoeuvred. And he's picked out the run. Musiala has it in a wide position. Musiala has over his hit. Germany ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Kessié. Oh, the ball's come loose here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Sangara. Now it's Pepe.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That's been drilled forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Kimmich. Musiala. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Pepe. Kimmich, clearly not happy with that. Chance here to counter. Neuer, long ball by the goalkeeper. Forward it goes. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Havertz. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Kosunu gets good distance on it. Wirtz in acres of space out wide. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Wirtz. So who's he picking out? Nice physical challenge.
Germany clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Kimmich. That has been cut short. And he's there to get it away. Goretzka. Kessié. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Keeper's got good distance on that. Wirtz. Havertz. There's the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Substitution
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
17. Number 18. Coming on the field.
Kimmich.
Number 14. Number 22. Substitution.
Pavlovic. Tar. Kimmich has created one goal already. And he cuts out the supply. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Kosunu aim forwards, and they can counter here. Pepe has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Defending of the desperate variety.
Ivory Coast really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's Goretzka! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. And they've got rid.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Germany surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Looking to break at pace. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Kessié shifted upfield. Conan, done delicately.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Muscular approach does pay off here.
Germany really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
It's a throw-in. Ivory Coast making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Very much into the last knockings. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Pavlovic. Kosunu, gently done. Thinks one through. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Proves too strong. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken. Yeah, he's fouled him there. About as smooth as it gets. Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. That was beautiful, something close to genius. Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Neuer claims comfortably. Goretzka. Now it's Havertz. He's got a... Havertz! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Moved on forwards. He can get that clear. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Substitution in progress.
Pepe. Kessié. Oh, it's come loose. It's Pepe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And a shot! And that was very necessary. And time is up. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Germany certainly produced a lovely blend of flair and industry to earn a result that was fully merited for me.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the players today are sorted by boys from the local school team.
There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Franck Kessié, is a player, Peter, who really seems to have found his place. He's been described as the complete midfielder with physicality, energy, quality, protecting his defence, and he plays an important hand in moves forward. You really can't be asking for much more than that.
Okay, interesting. Ahmad. Decent chance! And the ball's come loose here. Could be danger here. A chance to play it in. Diallo. Oh, it's played into the area. So who's he picking out? Oh, that's nice. Hit into the middle. Neuer deals with that nice and simple. Kimmich. Sané. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And he has been fouled there. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Conan, forwards and with intent. Lovely bit of skill. Sankara. Nemecha with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. That'll be a throw-in. Conan shifted upfield. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Neuer sends that a long way. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that's a dangerous ball. Wirtz. Now it's Sané. Sané stood his ground strongly. Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Sané, well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So, a breakthrough already. It's a quick ball upfield. Oh, can he get onto this? Wits. Out to the left it goes. Nemecha. And here's Wits. He is through. Diving header! Conan gets good distance on it. Now it's Havertz. Musiala. Pavlovic. That's a nicely weighted pass. And he shoots! It's in! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Musiala simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
Germany are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be...
He's had a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him, then deserved more. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And it's played forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. Kimmich. And it's Sané. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he spark a counter here? Spread out to the left. And the shot! Tries to get it clear. That's a throw. Here it is, cross. A header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Germany find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's running through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Kessié. And he's searching, goes for a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Crosses it in. Oh, this is a great... Tries a shot! They've scored! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
After 16 minutes is number 9.
Ivory Coast give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Nemecha. Oh, a delicate chip through. Sane looking to get on the end of this. Another chance from a corner. Sankara is there, and he can get that clear. Does really well to win the ball there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that was very necessary. Kessié. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Wirtz tries to dink it through. Wirtz. Musiala. Musiala! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Dinks one through. Ahmad.
Ivory Coast really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Ahmad clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence the decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Ambitious ball here. Fofana, long ball by the goalkeeper. Tar. Moved on forwards, and he thumps it clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Purring through the gears. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Single. Conan played with finesse, and he cuts out the supply, and it's gone back to the keeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Sankara. That's a nicely shaped ball. Shoots! Sticks it away! Just one goal in it now! Game on!
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Goal scorer for Ivory Coast. After 21 minutes is number 9.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Played out to the right. Great chance! Really well taken goal. Ivory Coast are back in business. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that means just one thing: match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Fitz. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Havertz is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Single. He's got big chance! Pavlovic. Over to the left. Havertz. Wirtz looking to run onto it. Wirtz. Kosunu aim forwards. Looking to break at pace. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He's through here. Now it's Havertz. He's one-on-one! And the shot! Goal! Germany! Into the lead once more. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, can he get onto this?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Musiala. Sangara. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that's well seen too. Tar. Kimmich, gently done. Conan. Moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. Kimmich. Havertz. Musiala. Sané. Conan wins the duel this time. Conan did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Aimed in. Chance, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Wirtz. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Ahmad. Oh, it's come loose. Singo, and that's aimed into the middle. And it's played forward. Nemecha. Havertz. And here's Sané. Kessié shifted upfield. Well read, nice interception. Schlotterbeck. Germany heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Cuts out the pass. Singo. Lofted upfield. Pavlovic. Havertz played out to the left flank. Havertz. Wirtz. Takes a shot.
Nemecha made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
That's really well manoeuvred. And that's a throw-in. Kessié. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has been knocked clear. Kessié. Now this could be a chance. Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Takes a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Kimmich does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Nemecha. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Calmly anticipates. Pavlovic, aim forwards. Wirtz providing an outlet on that flank. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Great defending, strong and determined. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tar. The final seconds now. We expected better, and so did he. Kosunu, driven forward. And it's played forward. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pavlovic, who does have an assist to his name. Musiala. That's got him rattled. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's picked out the run. Ahmad. Chance! And the whistle goes for half-time.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Germany are ahead by a single goal after a goal fest of a first half. There's no telling how this is going to end. And we are back on the way. Kimmich. Musiala. That's an imaginative pass. There's no flag. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And now the breakaway. Ahmad. Sankara in acres of space out wide. Oh, what a climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Musiala. And they can counter here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Diallo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pavlovic. And here's Sané. He's shooting! Musiala, that's a delicate pass. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Chance for a shot! It's in!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that. Ivory Coast, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Musiala. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kessié. Musiala. Wirtz. That has been cut short. Singo. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pavlovic. Wirtz. Nemecha. And that's really well manoeuvred. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Conan forwards and with intent. Schlotterbeck. Nemecha. Wirtz going full steam ahead down the left flank. Can he finish? And he's there to get it away. Moved on forwards.
Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
Here's a chance! Nemecha. Ball driven towards the far post.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Pinged towards the front line. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nemecha does really well to win the ball there. Oh, nice touch. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
And that's really well manoeuvred. A lot of space ahead of him. Kessié. Pavlovic with a definite foul there. No, that's been easily repelled. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Ahmad! It's a loose ball. Singo. Nemecha wins the duel this time. Havertz. Wirtz. proves too strong. Pavlovic, too strong for his opponent there. Musiala, 60 minutes played. And here's Sané. Nemecha. Musiala. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And here's Havertz. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's gone for it!
Ivory Coast, they've got away with it this time, but I think if they carry on giving away free kicks in positions like that, I think they'll be made to pay. They've got to be very careful, just a little more discipline is called for.
Sankara, gently done. Played into space. Nemecha cuts it out. Schlotterbeck. Musiala. And it's Sané. Good ball, good take. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Neuer getting this one clear. Nemecha. Schlotterbeck. Quality ball. Havertz chasing after it. And here's Wirtz. Can he latch on to this? Referee's given a throw. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Neuer gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. Musiala. Nemecha. Havertz knocks it out wide. That's a good ball. Kosunu. There will be a throw-in. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Musiala, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
Showing good feet. And here's Sané. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Wirtz is offering a wry smile there.
Lofted upfield. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Sané. Kimmich. Bayer. And it's played forward. And he's straight offside. Germany making another change here.
Substitution for Germany. Number 22. Coming on the field is number 8.
Havertz really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Deftly away. Conan picks it up now. Kessié. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Singo. Kessié. He's having a shot!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Goretzka. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Wirtz. Oh, it's come loose. And they've got rid. Tar gets over and intercepts. Aim forwards.
Ivory Coast really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
It's run loose here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bayer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's well positioned. Havertz! Goal, Germany! And again they hit the front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Plenty waiting in the middle. Singo, back when it goes. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Ivory Coast really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. You know, he can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Tar shifted upfield. Oh, can he get onto this? Kosunu makes the interception. Singo. Singo, nicely aimed pass. Singo. Oh, sweet feet. And that's a good ball. Pavlovic. Bayer. Wits. Rao. Oh, such a clever touch. Up he goes! And that would have been game, set and match.
Havertz really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Schlotterbeck moved on forwards. Tar aimed forwards. Goretzka. And it's played forward. Now that's well seen too. That's been drilled forward. Cuts out the pass. Kimmich. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Goretzka. Havertz. Wits. He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Substitution for Germany. Number 17. Coming on the field is
Now it's Havertz.
number 9. Substitution for us.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
I think we're just about done here. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And back to the goalkeeper. Tar. Pavlovic. Goretzka. Schlotterbeck. And that's really well manoeuvred. Raum forwards and with intent. Kosunu goes forward, and the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ivory Coast making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Sangara. Ivory Coast desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Sane, probing pass. Oh, no question, that's a foul.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nearly 3 minutes out of time.
Tar. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Goretzka, and it's played forward. Out to the left it goes. Crossed into the middle. Tries to get it clear. And it's Goretzka. Takes the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Nice physical challenge. Kimmich succumbs to the pressure. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Off the post! Kosunu tries to clear. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, good spread. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Germany can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think that early goal, Peter, pretty much decided everything. It dictated an awful lot of how the game was going to unfold. And in the end, we weren't left with any surprises. It worked out as we thought it might.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please have your entry